All right, so welcome back to Whitehouse Farm. What we're doing today, we're working on the Tahoe. We're going to be replacing the upper ball joint and swing arm because once again they don't sell just the ball joints to go ahead and just replace that. So we got to replace the whole swing arm, the upper swing arm on that. So let's go ahead and get this thing jacked up, tire off, and get to it.
Can't wear a white hat while you're fixing a car.
All right, so the next thing we want to do, we want to go ahead and disconnect the ABS here. We're going to disconnect it back here. There's a little tab you press down on and that pulls out. And then we're going to pop this up out of here. And then right here you can use a flathead, pop this open, and that you can remove that from there, and we're going to set that to the side. You're going to release that first. You're going to disconnect it. Yep. And no, we're gonna use a flathead right in here.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so we were just gonna pop that out, but we were able to just pry that right out of there. So now, all we do is just disconnect this, and it's that little tab right there. Oops, sorry. Right there, you press that to pull that apart. There we go. And we're just gonna lay this off to the side, or the front, that works. All right, so next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna go ahead and remove the brake line bracket here that's on the control arm. So let's remove that.
Really hot.
Yep, 10 mil, that's perfect. And now this can come off. Now that's out of the way. Now, next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna go ahead and spray some PB Blast on the nuts on each side of these, and also on the bottom.
Tell me how much.
Yeah, that's good. Then, yep, you can get, that's good. And then, yeah, get that one really good. That's good. Okay, so now that we got the nut loosened up and down, we're gonna go ahead and give this thing a couple whacks with the sledgehammer right here, and that'll should loosen up that ball joint, but make it so the whole thing doesn't drop, and it'll hold it in there. And we'll go ahead and place another jack under this so it doesn't just totally drop, just in case. All right, you're gonna want to hit right there. Okay.
Yep.
Oh, I saw it move. Keep going. Ah, there we go. Now she's getting mad. There it goes. All right, let's check it. You can go a little further if you want. All right, so now, there it goes. All right, so good job, babe. All right, so we got that loosened up now. Now we can go ahead and finish removing that bottom nut, and we can disconnect this from here. And use a crowbar, put a little pressure on there if it starts spinning on you to get the nut off. This should be free now, so if you want to take the hammer and just tap that up.
Right here?
Yep. Tap it right up and out of there. Yep, that's why. No, that's why we got the jack underneath. There we go.
Up again.
Yep. Get it all the way out of there. There it goes. So now we can go ahead and break these nuts loose, and we can go ahead and start getting these off. All right, so we're gonna use the breaker bar and the 13/16, and I'm gonna hold the inside here, and she's gonna go ahead and break that loose. I'm gonna give it a try? Or you want?
Yeah.
Here. Well, sometimes that happens. So that's all right. Should be able to pull that pin right out of there now. All right, since that's snapped off, we can go ahead and pull this out. Just make sure you remember which way it goes on. And there's a little tab here that they rest on. So that comes off. Okay, so we might have to Sawzall that out. So we're gonna move on to the next one, because if that one breaks, we're gonna need to get new ones anyways. Well, we definitely gotta get a new one for that side, but let's see if we can get this side out. Oh my God.
What? Easier.
All right, see, that's how the nuts should come off. I just gotta knock that off of there. All right, there's the nut. And then we could pull this off. It's for your camber. Just remember the direction it goes. And see, that's where the tab goes through on there. That's when they do the alignment. That's how they set it up. So I'll set that one right there, right on top of that. Oh, look how nice this one just slides right out. That's how it's supposed to be. Now we can move this back a little bit and get the bolt out. Alright, so we got the crowbar in there and relieve the tension on the spring. So we got that sucker out. Whew. Just remember which way they go and which one for which side. Obviously the broken one's on the other side. And we are definitely going to clean these up really good. That sucked. Alright. Oh yeah, that's like seized right up in there, rusted. Alright, so we got that sucker out of there. Had to cut it. Alright, so we had to run to the dealership since Napa doesn't carry these bolts here, and they didn't have a nut, so I had to go get a nut from Lowe's, and I got a grade 8 just in case, because they even at the dealership they couldn't tell me what grade the nut was, so I just figured grade 8 would work. There's the part number for for the bolts. And this is, yeah, GM product. So we got them. I didn't need 2, but I figured since the other one snapped, and if we have to do this again, I don't want the other one rusting or seizing up and snapping in there. So just bought 2. They were cheap enough. I think it was 12 bucks for everything. So all right, let's go ahead and start putting this whole thing back together. All right, so here's the new upper control arm with ball joint, and there's the part number for it. This up. There we go. There's the new one. I can see the cotter pin right there, and that's just a plastic casing on there. And just take the castle nut off, pull that off. There we go. And there's the cotter pin. And you do have to make sure you get your specific side. This is for the right side, passenger side. Here's the old one. Old one actually says R on it. So I don't know if this is original to the vehicle or not, but there's our new one. They match up. So everything looks good there. So you go ahead and slide this one back in. There we go. So here's the side we had to cut off. So the bolt's gonna go in this way. And it is flat on the one side, as you can see. So it can only fit in there the one way. Goes in there like that. We're gonna send that back through. All right, there we go. And also remember, this needs to go back on, and once again you gotta go line up with the flat spot. All right, just throw our other side in there. Go ahead and put that nut on. There we go. All right. It goes. Yep. Okay, what we're gonna do now, I'm gonna lift up on this, and actually we gotta clean this off first. We're gonna lift this up, get this set in there so we could get the nut on, and then we'll go back through and we'll torque this, and we'll torque the 2 nuts in the back there as well. That castle nut on there. Just so it holds it. Alright, so we're going to torque these nuts down to 140 foot-pounds, and then the upper ball joint here, that gets torqued down to 37 foot-pounds. Fun stuff, right?
Oh, this is my favorite.
140. Now crank it down. There you go. You got it. All right. Woohoo!
All right.
All right, so now the front. So we'll go ahead and torque that down to 37 foot-pounds. All right, so we got that torqued down to 37 foot-pounds. Now you got to put the cotter pin in. And that should just go right through. All right, so we got the cotter pin on there now. It's all torqued down. Let's go ahead and hook up or put the screw back in for our brake line here. All right, so that's in. So let's go ahead and hook up the ABS again.
Do this side, this first in order?
Yep. You can plug that in and then connect it into the bottom there. All right, and then just get it in those two little holes. Make sure it's even so you don't snap them. Yep. All right. So we got those all hooked back up. Now we need to put some grease in this ball joint here.
I am on that. Ready?
Yep.
Coming out up top a tiny bit.
That's okay. That's good. All right. So we got the upper control arm now with the new upper ball joint, and we got the new bolts and one new nut for that side. We got them torqued down to 140. We got the front torqued down to 37, and we got our ABS hooked back up. We got our brake line screwed back in up through here, the bracket, and got grease in here. So last thing to do is put the tire back on, and let's go take this thing for a test drive, see how it does. Hey babe. Looking good.
Okay.
Alright, definitely cocked to the side here. So, definitely gonna need the alignment. A little bit cockeyed there. But, drives really good, no noises. Once again, the wheel hasn't fallen off, which is always a plus. So we'll continue our ride here, and then we'll see you back at the house on the Whitehouse farm. All right, so out with the old and in with the new. So, and you can see what you could run into. That bolt was just seized up in there. It was rusted up pretty good. Couldn't even get it out, so we had to cut it. Otherwise, would have been a lot faster of a job. But it's on there now, works good. And my wife got to have some fun. Got a little oily. So what do you think of this job?
It was fun.
Yeah, could have been a lot easier. Normally it's 2 bolts and then the nut on the upper ball joint, and comes right apart, nice and easy.
Took a little longer than that.
Took a little longer than that, but I'm also trying to show her how to do this, so it's a learning process. All right, so we're all set here. So once again, we hope you guys like,
subscribe,
enjoy,
and ring that notification bell.
All right, we'll see you on the next one.
Bye,
All right,
guys.
Bye, guys. You can't say goodbye without saying goodbye to me. All right, Olaf. We'll see you on the next one. All right. Bye, Obo. Bye, guys.